Can you hear us, chat?
How's it going, everybody?
If you can hear us, we need to see so many emotes. Every emote you can think of. As many different emotes as you could possibly imagine. Spam them. Otherwise, we won't know that you can hear us. Alright, I don't think chat can hear us. I don't see any emotes.
Yeah, listen to Koi. Give us emotes.
Oh, no, there they are. Okay.
So anyway, I'm Wannabe, and this is Koi, and we're watching Cheamo and Zero Rush Game 2. How's it going, everybody?
I don't know what's happened so far. I guess Zero Rush has a hammer. He's winning. GG. It was a good race. Where was the hammer?
I think that was an escape Zelda cell.
Oh, Cheamo went Eastern over Escape. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, that's big news for Zero Rush, though, because if the Moon Pearl isn't here in Hera, he's going to go to East of the Mountain, which is almost certainly where the Moon Pearl is going to be. And poor Cheamo's going to have to double dip the mountain climb. Okay, now Zero Rush is really ahead.
Oh, lordy. Hi, Bo.
Oh, never dip Eastern, folks. This is a lesson. This is a lesson we all have to learn. Never dip Eastern. Yeah, so that's going to be a nice single dip of Eastern for Zero Rush, where Cheamo has already been there once. It's going to have to go back and being a crystal.
Yeah, time for the seed to do something to both of them, but yeah, that's a bit of a rough early start. An early dip into Eastern for a little is tough.
And making it even worse is the Eastern's not even where the hammer is. So he goes to Eastern first here, obviously, because it's a crystal. No? Okay. Maybe he found all 3 items in Eastern? I'm not sure. Alright, well, he'll go to the escape, get the hammer then. Oh, don't die, Zero Rush. They do 2 hearts. Okay, we're fine.
Chat, if you need to update us on anything that's going on, please let us know. We are kind of trying to get the stuff working.
Oh, I was kind of watching. It was distracting not being able to hear anything. I know Zero Rush did like this really weird fake flipper to Hobo and back in between Mini Moldorm Cave and Icefrog Cave. I'm sure he thinks that makes sense, but I don't understand.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a route. Oh, there's a Moon Pearl.
Yeah, on East of Mountain, as we predicted.
With that Pearl, Zero Rush is going to be able to pod Eastern combo.
Yeah, it'll definitely be an option. I'm not sure if he's going to want to do that like right away, because 6 heart dark turtles and Helmasaur just doesn't sound super fun. Not that he can't do it, it's just, you don't have to do the hardest thing available, right? You can do other things.
Oh yeah, you could write it in from Hype Cave, hope for the best.
A little bit of a downside being here on the mountain, though, is we have to orphan Hookshot Cave. No choice. Oh, and it's Pendant Pod, too. Even more gross.
Green Pendant Mire, Red Crystal at Swamp, and... ooh, Turtle Rock.
Cheamo's thinking real hard.
Zero opening the hookshot cave with no hookshot and no boots. Maybe there's something on the island I didn't see.
Still not going back to Eastern. Where are you going, Cheamo? Nagina, I guess? Oh, speaking of that orphan hookshot cave, never mind.
Never mind.
The hookshot was just super funny.
That's fine. It's calculated. Zerorush knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Cheamo's not feeling really good right now. With the unnecessary Eastern double dip on the way. He realized he could have had the hammer before climbing up to Hera. Like, he knows the Moon Pearl is almost certainly over in Paradox Cave. But comes over here to Agina anyway, just to be sure he didn't leave anything else behind.
Not much going on in Hookshot Cave. Looked like just some health.
Alright, well, Zerorush about to start the beginning of his Dark Roll journey. We'll begin at Hype Cave, but where to after that?
Well, with the gear that you got, I think it's almost certainly a good play to head left towards Stumpy, K45 Big Game, and you got the Midstead up north.
Honestly, I don't hate Pot Eastern now. Like, when it was a crystal, I wouldn't want to go there because, like, the execution to get to the boss is such a huge pain in the dark with this equipment. But with it being a pendant, yeah, you probably don't have to kill the boss, and it's pendant pod. You got an early bow. There's probably something in there.
Very true.
Wow.
Holy moly, Flute Flippers and Samaria in Hype Cave. So darn it, Cheamo kind of bitten again.
Where is Cheamo going? Are we fake flippering to Zora?
Is this an Ice Palace play?
Do you think? Surely not.
No, this couldn't be, could it? No.
Oh, he's going Hobo. He hasn't been to Hobo. Okay, sure.
Without a Moon Pearl, Ice Palace would make very little sense to go to, but in desperation, you never know.
I mean, you could do it. Alright, Cheamo's gonna keep fake flippering. I guess we're gonna see Zora.
Zerorush is off to Swamp Palace, fully completable Swamp Palace.
He's 1 rupee short. I saw him checking the Sun Prize earlier. I'm not sure what it was. It might be a rupee. It is a rupee? Okay. So yeah, he'll be able to get a 500th rupee. I don't know why he's doing this though, because he can't even do Waterfall Fairy, you know? Like,
now you're short that pendant pod money.
well, there's a bunch of money. He can splash into it.
Yeah, never mind. Wait, where you got pod money?
Well, you'd have to splash to get it. Not everyone's super comfortable with that, although I would expect Cheamo to be.
Cheamo's probably fine doing it if he wants to.
I feel like Cheamo made like one mistake that cost him a little bit of time early, and now it's like dictating everything in the seed for him.
But Cheamo now has a flute, and when you get that Samaria, you've got possibly Meyer.
He fired too fast. There you go. Nice. 5 Ansela on the screen. No room for the splash. You just start fake flippering.
It looks like Zerorush not taking a chance, going to left side swamp.
The indecision from Cheamo, it's very surprising.
Still no Death Mountain yet for cheamo. Or East Death Mountain.
You gotta place it farther to the left there, Zero Rush. There you go.
Where's that other star that cheamo got? Was it Eastern?
Yeah, I think it was in Eastern. Cheamo went to Eastern early without the bow. The duck is loose. All right, well, the flute doesn't really do a whole lot of new things, but he can now get over to like the desert area, mire area.
Oh, if he goes to desert, I really hope it's not boots locked.
Well, it's definitely fire locked either way.
That's true.
Oh, well, there's a sword and swamp.
There's that rule coming back again.
I mean, cheamo can definitely find some helpful things here. I'm sure what he'd really love to find is the hook shot, because if he finds the hook shot, that means that he doesn't have to climb all the way back up to Hera again. Unfortunately, we know where that hook shot is, and he ain't finding it.
Are we boots locked? Probably.
Okay, so the setup that Zero Rush is doing for Diver down here is harder than the one he used for Left Side Swamp. But the thing is, the one he used for Left Side Swamp can also be used here. Why would you want to learn two setups? Nothing helpful in Pendant Desert.
Well, definitely at least one item on Right Side Desert.
Moon Pearl? Who needs a Moon Pearl?
Not cheamo. Did get the mirror glitch first try though, well done. I usually have to get hit in there by the Murderdactyl.
There's a trick to line yourself up in the doorway, and then it's just essentially an item dash, where you hit two buttons at the same time.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, you can't diagonal into the doorway. So you just diagonal into the doorway, and it pushes you as close as possible. And then from there, you just hit up and Y at the same time.
An evil shield for Zero Rush. And cheamo, going back up Death Mountain, gonna get that pearl.
Yeah, you ran out of options.
And probably that hook shot too. Alright, well, a little over 27 minutes, Zero Rush gets that first crystal.
Now, upon finding these things on Death Mountain for cheamo, he does have the Flute, which will change like the value of how he routes. Because like he might decide to go straight to pod, or he could do Kakariko first to enter the Dark World, right, rather than go straight to Hype Cave. So I imagine we'll see some divergence, even more so than we already have.
Looks like Zero Rush is going to go ahead and get that Flute. Good for Zero Rush. Could throw him off a bit, though. With no fire source, may end up doing those same checks in the mire area as cheamo.
Well, those checks will always happen. What I mean is that it's not like the things cheamo did. There was a chance Zero Rush would never do them. Zero Rush was always going to eventually go to the mire area. So that's not the time he's behind. Ooh, Zero Rush doesn't have rupees though. Oh, we forgot about the rupees.
Ooh, that is not good.
Never mind, he's not getting that flute.
He could have looked on the ledge and seen the 300. He would have been fine.
He did look at the ledge. He said, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
Oh, he did? Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Yeah, let's go do ice instead. That sounds good.
Where's Pearl? Pearl's here in Paradox Cave. Cheamo's about to get it. Cheamo's a bit behind right now, but if that flute on Zora ends up mattering, that could be really big for Zero Rush, or for Cheamo. Bad for Zero Rush. Because currently, Zora's pretty orphaned for Zero Rush. Like, he's checked everything around it. The only other opportunity he'd have to go there where it's not, like, the worst thing ever is maybe mirroring after Catfish or something. And he doesn't want to go to Catfish anyway.
He needs to find another 300 in ice to give him incentive to go right back.
Yeah, if he found a 300 I imagine he would do that. How far behind is Cheamo? He's a bit behind right now, if we don't consider the flute advantage. Because he had that extra climb up the mountain, and he's going to have an extra dip of Eastern as well. But the flute changes things. Not just the amount of time he's had the flute that Zero Rush hasn't, or the idea that maybe Zero Rush last locates it or something like that, but just having the flute changes your route. Where you decide to go from here is going to look different for Cheamo, so we might see a lot of divergence that could create an even more difference between them, and that could be bad or good for Cheamo. Where'd he orphan Hammer? He didn't really orphan it. He did Hera before Front of Escape.
I went back just to check the VOD. Looks like we do have Meyer access via Ether if we need to get in there.
Oh, was it Ether? I thought it was Quake. I have no idea. Oh, Turtle Rock was Quake. Okay. Hey, that's Vanilla.
They are both vanilla. That is correct.
Well, the thing with the flute, though, guys, is Desert and Mire are both pendants. So we may not need the flute anyway. The flute could be completely superfluous to this seed.
Well, we did find the book that is Desert access, except Desert's a pendant, Mire's a pendant, so yeah. Flute could be a weird thing right now.
Alright, so we see Cheamo, because he has flute, doesn't have to save and quit, and he can choose different locations to start the Dark World. He is going straight to Hype Cave, though. Oh, Zero Rush missing that initial spin. It's pretty rough.
And a quick welcome to everybody from SpeedGaming Portuguese.
Well, you have to say hello in Portuguese, though.
Go for it.
I don't know how. I don't speak Portuguese. Flute is logical access to the mountain? Yes.
Yeah, that is technically true. We have not found a lamp yet.
But Zero Rush doesn't know that the flute's not in Eastern.
Well, not much money in Ice Palace. It'll be interesting to see if Zero Rush decides to go back to Zora and get that 300.
Which actually makes it weird why Zero Rush hasn't been to Eastern yet, by the way. But I guess he doesn't need the flute immediately. Alright, looks like he's just going to walk to Eastern from here.
And Cheamo gonna get that tempered sword, but not too much else out of us, pardon me, Swamp Palace. Assuming he goes left side.
So I guess, yeah, though, because Flute is our logical access to the Moon Pearl, Zero Rush is going to be able to reason out where it is once he doesn't find it here. So I mean, Zero Rush is he's in a good position for figuring out where the Flute is. But there's two problems. First of all, he doesn't know it's the Flute. So from his point of view, it could be Flute or Lamp that gives him logical access to that Moon Pearl. And then secondly, Flute, he doesn't really care that much about it. He'd like to have it, but it doesn't unlock anything he really wants to go do. And the Lamp is completely unnecessary if he just finds the Fire Rod. So while he might be able to reason out that Zora has this progression, he also might think he doesn't need it that bad.
A quick shout out to Sammy Mouse handling all that retracking for us, especially with that first 15 minutes of our restream here. Thank you so much as well.
I mean, Zero Rush doesn't mind looking for this progression he skipped in Eastern because he's going to Eastern anyway, right? This was always going to happen. You have to full clear crystals. But after he doesn't find it here, I don't know. I don't think he'll go straight to Zora.
Not unlocking pod tells me he's probably not going to pod either.
Yeah, we might not see him go to Zora until he's like ready to go to Catfish or something.
Or if ever, really.
Well, I mean, I think he'll go there eventually just because he knows it's some progression. Unless he just finds Go mode first, which is not impossible.
True, and for all he knows, it could be fire, it could be, lamp or something, which would also put the Death Mountain in logic and would also not be as important unless you have a fire rod.
Cheamo didn't do left side, I don't think.
Nope, no tempered. And he could be a little bit behind from those extra plays, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him just skip it.
Yeah, Cheamo definitely not feeling super great about his position in this race. I think that is the one thing we can be sure of. But people like to handle that differently, like, oh, I'm behind. That means I need to skip more stuff. And then other people are like, oh, I'm behind. That means I need to make weirder plays.
And of note, that was a really good triple hit from cheamo on those puffs.
But then he got 2 singles, so it didn't matter. 3 singles. Argus is just not cooperating. Yeah, best case scenario for Cheamo is Zero Rush puts off going to Zora for a long time, thinking it's just a lamp or something, and then there's progression in Mire. But we already know Mire Shed, Checkerboard, and at least the not boots required part of Desert is nothing.
Let's see Zero Rush skipping it for a while still. I mean, we haven't even touched Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, Skull Woods, Smith Chain.
He does have the money for Zora now. But I mean, I definitely expect him to go Village of Outcasts next. And then do Smiths down to Bombo's Tablet. Which has the Fire Rod. Okay.
Good play, very good play. Zerorush elected not to check Bombo's tablet after Hype Cave. Or Swamp for that matter.
Lost his quick kill there, but regained it for some reason. I wonder if he planned it like that.
So this is good for cheamo. But Zerorush will inevitably check that Bombo's tablet, I imagine, when doing Smith Chain.
Alright, where are we going, Zerorush? Do we go straight to Zora?
Hey, there's our lamp. The sword cheamo skipped is on left side swamp. There's Turtle Rock access, and we can fully beat it.
Wait, we're going Agina and Desert? What?
Zerorush, why are we going this direction?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, for all he knows, that progression to Death Mountain is here.
Oh, you know, okay, Agina is potentially where this progression he skipped is, from his point of view. I forgot that he hadn't done this, so like he might be thinking this is where the lamp / flute is. And he wants to get out of the way. Alright, but when he now he knows. He knows it's Zora. Okay, so he didn't go into desert. Okay, so it looks like his plan was to backtrack and get that progression he skipped. So he'll probably go to Zora here then, right?
I thought maybe he was kind of going to double back and do Bombo's tablet into Zora, but no, decided to go right. So this is kind of good and bad for Zerorush because this could put Bombo's tablet off even further.
I kind of thought he'd go to, or he'd wait to do this until he was doing Catfish, because, like, this is just, it's either the lamp, which he doesn't necessarily need, and definitely doesn't need right this second, or the flute, which, again, he doesn't necessarily need, and doesn't really need right this second, although who wouldn't mind the flute? The flute is definitely the better of the two options he could find, though.
So cheamo's looking better and better position-wise. Could do Turtle Rock anytime you want, and do Pyramid Fairy whenever. Maybe double back to Eastern, complete that too.
Yeah, cheamo's not doing terribly, but he's still not ahead. He only looks ahead because he's doing checks we haven't seen yet. But keep in mind, Zerorush has full clear 2 other dungeons that cheamo hasn't finished.
Very true. I guess I'm thinking long term in case Bombo's tablet ends up being a later check, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Zerorush is going to do, like, Village of Outcast. He might dip Front of Skull Woods, but, you know, after he doesn't find the Fire Rod or something, he almost certainly is just going to do Smith Sequence into Bombo's tablet and get it then. Like, even if he finds Quake Medallion, he's not going to go straight to Turtle Rock, right? Without that Fire Rod. And not even doing Front of Skull Woods here, which is optimal for him.
Well, we know it's not going to have Fire Rod, that's for sure. Wait a minute, is that all Zerorush theoretically needs for Go mode? Is that Quake and Fire Rod?
Yes.
Ah.
So, Pen and Pod? Anybody? Pen and Pod?
Let's go!
Does seem likely. We have not seen the Smiths yet, no. Although Zero Rush will almost certainly be doing Smith sequence after Village of Outcast. Cheamo, though, I think is probably going to go north, having that Fire Rod in hand.
Good blind script from cheamo.
Is Cheamo in Goma? Oh, the Quake Medallion was here. Oh, I missed the Quake Medallion. Yeah, that's Go mode. All right, sure.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, wait, we're that close. Okay.
I mean, the boots might be required in GT, but probably not.
So if Zero Rush finishes Thieves Town and Smith Chain to Bombos Tablet, that's Go mode.
Yeah, and I mean, Cheamo gets Go mode first, but Zero Rush is going to be ahead.
And a late welcome from SpeedGaming 6 and also SpeedGaming 4 and SpeedGaming 2. Welcome, Raiders.
I mean, Zero Rush doesn't have to do Smith sequence after this. It's the most likely play for him. Although it would not be the first time this same seed where he did something that I didn't think was likely.
I could see Zero Rush going north to Skullwoods before Smith Chain, but we'll see.
It's all the densities on the south route for him, because he hasn't even done Dig Game and Stumpy. I don't know. There's like... I just don't see a way that Zero Rush doesn't just immediately go to Bombos Tablet.
It's hard. There's a lot of checks available. I mean, you could route Skullwoods to east to Graveyard Ledge and Catfish and south and end up going further away and maybe even going into Pod. Who knows? There's ways.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only way Zero Rush loses his current lead, is if he decides, I don't want to do Smith sequence. even though it's the most efficient, dense part of the game for him at the moment. He could decide to do something else.
And a good hammer fight for Cheamo from the Moth, so well played there. Picks up crystal number 3.
Why didn't he combo Bombos with Agina? I don't know. I mean, he already had Mitts and Mirror. Maybe he was thinking he'd want to do it with Smith sequence later.
Zero Rush should be in really good shape if he comboed Swamp Palace in with Bombos Tablet like Cheamo did, but unfortunately did skip and decided to go to Ice Palace, I think, after.
I'm still shocked he went to Zora anyway. Like I mean, it had to be progression, but it had to be like mediocre progression, you know. And then he gets the flute, but he doesn't actually use it to do anything. And the same would have been true for the lamp. Like, if he gets the lamp, where's he gonna go? To the Crystal Dungeons. If he gets the flute, where does he gonna go? To the Crystal Dungeons. Nothing changes. Take that, Freezor.
Okay,
so where was Quake exactly?
Front of Thieves, I think. But Zero Rush picks up crystal number 4, and Cheamo working on crystal number 4 as well.
Oh, the 2-bomb strat. More people should do that. It's very fast. You know how everybody goes in there and they like spin once with the Tempered Sword, and then they spin again with the Tempered Sword, and then open the chest? 2 bombs is faster than that. I feel like most people don't realize that.
Watched you do it a couple times. I was like, hey, that looks pretty easy. And I failed it 5 or 6 times, but then it worked.
How much faster? It's like a second faster, I think. And then there's another strat where you do 1 spin and 1 bomb, and that's even a second faster still. So like 2 tempered spins isn't even the second fastest strat. It's like the 3rd fastest strat.
Okay, Zero Rush is quickly getting caught up by cheamo. He really needs to go ahead and do that Smith chain into Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, he switches to hammer. He's going south. Oh, wait. Maybe he's not going south, because if you were going south, right, you would just do dig game first, and then do this while you're bringing the Smith up. Although he has one item from Go mode, so maybe he's thinking like, oh, well, if it's just here, I can skip dig game and the Smith.
Right, because if you got the Smith and walk up here, you have to turn him in.
Nah, just go to pod. Problem solved.
That's true. Kiki will get rid of him. Go to pendant pod to get rid of your Smith. Let's do it.
Okay, now we're going south. Okay, so this will eventually lead to Bombo's tablet. What about tempered spin and double hook? I have no idea. I'm sure the bomb is faster though. And less dependent on did the pen gators drop something that gets in the way. Which is really annoying when you're doing the hook strats.
I like that double bomb strat because it leaves you just enough time to get below the chest and you could just loot it right when it appears. It's great.
Yeah, it's very easy to do it optimally. Okay, cheamo did not die. That's good. Zero Rush really doesn't want to do Smiths.
Yeah, this is the scary part because if you're going up here, you're turning this in, and if you go up northwest to get your Smith and turn it in and get purple chest, do you intentionally flute to 4, go back to the Dark World?
You think he's gonna? Oh, that's where the Quake was.
Quake.
It was in. Oh, then why is he routing like this if he was 2 items from Go mode? I was only justifying it because he was 1 item away, and now he's fluting away.
This is not good.
Zero Rush. Why do you hate Smith sequence so bad? The whole time I thought he was 1 item away, so I was like, okay, well, he's just trying to do the faster checks, thinking that might be my Go mode, and then I can skip all these slower ones like the Smith. But 2 items away, I don't see why he didn't just do Smith sequence.
He's so close to Bombo's tablet, just on the other side of the rocks.
Because if he had just done Smith sequence, then like he'd get Quake from K45, but he's not going to stop because he already has the purple chest in tow, so he just keeps going. He gets 2 more checks.
Exactly. You're like, well, if it's my fire rod, I'm in good shape. Okay, this is getting very interesting, chat.
Yeah, it is less clear how far ahead Zero Rush is now.
Well, once cheamo finishes this is crystal number 5 and takes the lead on crystals over Zero Rush.
Fire Rod is on Bombo's tablet. Zero Rush, after doing Swamp, had had the Master Sword and the book, but went east to do Flipper checks and Ice Palace instead. And then later, when he reasoned out that there must be progression on either Agina or Zora, he went straight to Agina, but he walked there and didn't choose to do Bombo's tablet on the way. And now, after Village of Outcasts, it decided not to do the Smith checks on the way to Bombo's tablet and instead just did K45 and Stumpy, found Quake and said that's good enough. So that's 3 different opportunities he's had to do Bombo's tablet and he passed on all 3.
So I'm pretty sure cheamo's now in the lead.
Yeah, that is
It's
clear.
a thing.
Yeah, the big difference maker right now is Zero Rush spent time doing Left Side Swamp, which did lead to Tempered Sword. But also now cheamo gets to Go mode everything. And Zero Rush is going to the mountain.
We're gonna go to
What?
Total Rock, Hera or Total Rock.
What?
Spike Cave.
I mean, Hera, I guess for sure, because now we have fire and or hookshot, and he can grab Ether Tablet while he's up here, I suppose. But like, you're not going to Turtle Rock, right?
Right? Oh, none of that chat. Cheamo had a crash in game 1 and had to forfeit, so let us not wish Cheamo bad.
I mean, now that Zero Rush has left behind Smiths and Bombos and Purple Chest, it is no longer a good play for him to go back. Like, we know that's what he needs to do. That's where the progression is. But once you've skipped it, going back is the worst thing you could do. You keep going to dense locations. You keep going to crystals.
I think we're doing a TR dip.
Well, it's a full clearable crystal. Cheamo's in go mode.
Oh,
You're saying
I was watching the
Zero
wrong
Rush
screen.
is gonna...
Yeah, I was watching the wrong screen. I for a second forgot who had what. Okay.
Yeah, Cheamo's just go moding this and hoping that the big key's not on the torch.
Sure, it'd be nice for Cheamo to find that 4th sword, or silvers at least.
Honestly, like at this point, Cheamo is far enough ahead that the only way this comes back is if the boots end up being a problem. Oh, you poked him. You're not supposed to poke him.
It's Master Sword damage.
Yeah, you see Zero Rush did an intentional second poke there to get the damage to line back up. But it didn't matter because he just got knocked off anyway. Oh, Moldorm, why are you so trolly?
Moldorm says, I am still a thing. I don't care how powerful you are.
But that's really Zero Rush's only out right now, is that he finds the boots while looking for Fire Rod, and Cheamo skips them with the go mode assumption, and then they end up being like the 1 in 22 required. It's really unlikely though. It's 1 in 22 chance that boots are necessary, and it's even less a chance that it's going to matter because the more checks we do without finding boots, the more likely boots are just in GT anyway. And Zero Rush is going to open Turtle Rock to look for the Fire Rod.
Yeah, not much else you're doing in this area, unfortunately.
I mean, I would have thought he'd just go to pod at this point, you know. The first chest of Turtle Rock is pretty much the least likely place in the game to find the Fire Rod. It happens. It's happened. I've seen it. It's just really unlikely. But I mean, even if he didn't do this, it's not like he goes straight to do Smiths, right?
Probably
like
not.
Something like full clear pod just looks so much better.
Plus, you got Pyramid to look at when you're in the area.
Yeah, Cheamo, you went to all that trouble, got hit by like 3 anti-fairies in order to hit that switch. Oh, he doesn't have the big key.
Forgot about the vanilla big key. And Zero Rush can keep on moving.
It looked like he was about to go outside. which didn't make any sense because he had hit the switch on his way out, which you only do if you're not going outside. But it turned out it didn't matter anyway because he needed the big key from lava chest.
This is super not good for Zero Rush. The game is going to allow him to go at very least a big chest in Mimic Cave. And if the big
You
chest
think he'll do Mimic Cave?
it will. Yeah, if the big chest has a small key, that means Zero Rush can get all the way to Laser Bridge without the fire rod.
Oh, you're talking about Zero Rush. Okay.
Yeah. It would have been more convenient for Zero Rush to get kicked out of here immediately.
I was thinking about whether or not cheamo would do Mimic Cave here. Probably not, but since it's vanilla big key, you pretty much have to full clear this dungeon. You leave like this one check behind that could have the boots. It's still only one check though.
Okay, so Zero's gonna get kicked out of here as soon as he checks that big chest, but he will find out what's in Mimic Cave.
The Dream Pokies. Lucky.
That does not happen often.
I believe it's a static percentage chance. I just don't know what the number is. I don't want to say it's like 18 different RNGs or something.
Yeah, it's pretty low either way. I think I've only managed to do it a couple of times. Alright, what's in Mimic Cave? Is it worth the trip? Not exactly.
Yeah, gotta go somewhere else.
And I don't think Zero Rush realizes... Wait, do you need a small key to get the next check?
No.
That's right. Game, why?
Oh, you think he should have checked Mimic Cave because of Master Sword Silverless? That's reasonable.
Okay.
Although the more you've got to go mode, that means the more checks you've skipped already that could have had those Master Sword and Silverless, right? Or Tempered and Silvers. So skipping like one more doesn't seem like that big a deal.
Well, cheamo is skipping check number 3 on Laser Bridge.
Oh, the 4th Laser Bridge chest? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think it's definitely worth the Laser Bridge check though, because right, more than Tempered and Silvers, like there's still the boots. They're probably not going to be an issue, but they can be. It's something that could happen. Oh, that didn't look good. Yep, right through his face. And cheamo already spent his blue potion, huh? Oh, and he missed 3 times. This is very bad. Okay. All right, well, if you're a Zero Rush fan, these are the kind of things that you need to happen. Yeah, and he didn't take that safety door. Because why would you?
To answer a question in chat, Fire Rod is on Bombo's tablet.
And it is very, very likely we're going to see Zero Rush go to Pod before Bombo's tablet.
Now, Zero Rush had a couple chances to do it before and after Swamp Palace and didn't do it at both occasions. And a third time, technically, if he did Blacksmith Chain.
Yeah, the third time, it doesn't really count as an intentional Bombo's tablet skip. That was more of the result. He was trying to skip during the Smiths.
True.
And the purple chest sequence. It just happens that if you skip that, you're also skipping Bombo's tablet. All right, cheamo, confident in his second attempt. Still not going to take the safety door here. He had a really awkward start to the fight because he went for that very first ice red shot, but he was too close, and the shot began on the other side of the head and missed it completely. And once he missed that first shot, the whole fight just goes haywire.
That time stood a little bit further back.
All right, good firehead. He can afford to miss. He just can't afford to miss like 4 times. That's all. There you go. Oh, got bit right at the end. All right, so as long as he's careful here, I wouldn't be open. I wouldn't even open with the spin here. I'd be too scared. Okay, we're good. All right, and Zero Rush is going to pod too.
Practically first try for cheamo. Well, cheamo just has to finish up doing some Tower of Hera, and then it'll be the GT climb, or GT game, I guess, pretty quickly.
The weird thing is, Zero Rush was 2 items from Go mode when he started doing the I don't want to do this misplay. Like, the very first thing he did after Village of Outcasts was bootsless hammer pegs. And that's something you would only do first if you're like, okay, well, I really don't want to do this miss. Yeah, Hera's not going to take very long here. And we see the Feely pot setup. Oh, I think he had it. He moved for some reason.
I think he had, the game didn't get his Y input probably, and just hit left.
Yeah, he just hit Y like a hair too soon when he was still in the getting hit by the bomb reaction.
Let's see if Trolldorm treats cheamo as well as Zero Rush earlier. Good job. Hey chat! You have like 20 seconds, get your GT Big Key guessing game in.
Zero Rush going to the back first. Does he have the big key already?
1 to 22. I have not been watching Zero Rush decide for just a minute here.
All right, so if it is big key on the torch, we might still have a race. If anywhere else, though, cheamo is in a pretty giant lead. Which is nice for him because of how terribly the beginning of the seed went. Like, cheamo just did everything wrong in the beginning.
Oh, recovered nicely not long after.
All right, bombs on the torch. We are in go mode. He didn't have the big key. Oh my goodness.
I made a big key there.
Oh, now you can do Meyer.
Oh lordy. Single arrow in GT, well done.
I mean, Zero Rush had the opportunity to do Bombo's tablet 3 times. So we can't really blame RNG or anything today. Cheamo feels so behind.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you can't blame him, right? Like I was saying, the beginning of the seed went really, really terribly for Cheamo. He climbed up to Hera and then got the bow, but he had already done Eastern, and then he had skipped front of escape, but it had the hammer, and then he sequence broke a bunch of stuff trying to avoid climbing back up to Hera, but then had to do it again anyway to get the Moon Pearl. And then the hook shot and Quake Medallion and Fire Rod, they were all in quick succession. It felt like they were super on the way. So I imagine from Cheamo's point of view, it feels like this was just a jet seed that I ruined. He just doesn't understand that Zero Rush ruined it even more than he did.
And now Zero Rush is going to Meyer.
He has to, right? Like, what other choice do you have at this point? If it was Smith and Bombos, like, you just lose.
I guess it's 3 checks with green pendant, but good gosh.
108, you feel behind. Yeah, I know, it's a really fast seed. It just, like, you can tell it could have been even faster. Oh yeah, and he had the death to Trinex too. So like that's even more time loss tacked on. I can see why he'd want to make the play into Tile Room like that.
Looks like we're doing the true Dark Magician run though for Cheamo.
Is this a thing? Do people do this?
Apparently. It's not super uncommon for people to do the partial Dark Magician to go to, what is it, Compass Room, whatever that is, but then they generally mirror to go back left.
This is actual true Dark Magician since he did Tile Room. Did Dark Magician do Tile Room? Why would he do Tile Room?
I didn't think it included Tile Room.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Magician did Tile Room, surely. Because that would defeat the purpose of going left first. Like, the whole point of going left first is that you get the guaranteed small key, so that you can always go to the right. But if you're going to do Tile Room, like, you're way more likely to find a key there. Which is actually Kern's living on a prayer strat. Where you do Hope Room first, and if you don't find a key, then you do Tile Room.
Oh lordy. Alright, looks like Rando Rush would have been the play today.
Well, it could be Ice Hermos. Oh no, he just said Ice Hermos. What am I talking about? Brain? Yeah, anyway, you should always Rando Rush, chat. Rando Rush is clearly the superior strat. This seed is proof of that.
Until the big key is in Hope Room.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Yep.
Definitely didn't happen twice last night.
Alright, chat, that means we're up to 19 now? 19, 20, 21, 20... No, wait, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I think, coming up.
Or just imagine Cheamo. Like, I don't know if he's the kind of person who watches the race room, but I just imagine him sitting there, like, looking at it, like, every other second, like, how is Zero Rush not finished yet? What is happening?
It's a mushroom for Zero Rush in Meyer. Guess we know where we're going next. Okay, I think this is 19, 20, 21, 22. I want to say these are the last 4 checks. Number 20 today. Let's see who we got. Looks like Shadow Regent. Congratulations. You chose number 20. Well done.
Zero Rush gets the bad news.
Smith chain, finishing that up.
And what else is there? The real insult to the injury, though, is that in all these extra checks, Zero Rush hasn't found the boots. What the heck, game? It's probably that last chest on Laser Bridge, right?
I think Ether is about the only thing that Zero Rush has found in this entire thing. And that just threw him off a little further.
Right, cheamo climbing the gauntlet here. We only have a Master Sword to our name, but it's enough.
Oh my gosh, the Smiths charged you $5 to return the Smith. Like, you brought my brother back? I want $5.
Well, it's normally 10, right?
It is, and you have to pay 10, and you got 5 in return. So
right, so that's a discount. We're happy. Cheap Smiths today.
You paid 10, but the Smiths charged you 5, or what is it? You got 5 in return, but you were charged 10. So I think the Smith brother charged you an extra $5 for returning the brother. Anyway, Zero Rush is about to get in go mode.
cheamo spent all his magic doing Lammo. He doesn't have enough to Samaria both these rooms and then also use Lamp Stride, so he's going to have to pick up an extra magic in the Torches room. Just one more thing not going right for cheamo. Not that it matters.
And Zero Rush gets into go mode at 1:15:53.
I'm not sure the hookshot menu was worth it.
Kind of thinking the same thing. cheamo's probably just flushed for being like,
it's okay. Yeah.
Why aren't we finishing?
Why is Zero Rush not done yet? What is happening? Alright, so you definitely open these, yeah.
Well, there's half magic. Right in the GT climb where it should be. You get your little decanter. Where the heck is that fourth sword? We've seen, like...
Laser Bridge.
Oh my gosh, isn't that one thing we skipped? Oh gosh.
I bet it is.
I mean, we technically never saw Spike Cave either, I guess.
Yeah, there's other places it could be. Just not that many. Now Zero's thinking, why is cheamo not done yet? Probably. This definitely wasn't the most God vision-y kind of race, you know. Nobody did everything right.
A quick Mothula fight from Zero Rush. Well done. solid Agatu fight from cheamo as well.
Sword would be nice. Oh, it could be on the pyramid. You think he checks the pyramid? I'd check the pyramid.
Or Pyramid Fairy, I guess.
Well, you don't check the pyramid fair, but you like walk down the stairs and look at what's on the pyramid.
That's true. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wasn't sure if he'd do it. Not the pyramid. Okay. I guess we'll never know.
So it's down to what? Pyramid Fairy, last check, and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Spike Cave, Catfish.
Green Pendant.
The pedestal, I guess.
That's true.
There are options. It's just amusing that we didn't find any.
True. Statistically, you're gonna find it.
Oh, cheamo. He lost count, I think.
Uh-oh.
He didn't realize that he had phased right there, so he was trying to escape the fire bat being sent out, but it was the ring of fire bats because we had phased to number 2. And that was the nice spot too for phase 2 because you just stand there and just double spin over and over again.
That was so nice. We also haven't said this enough. Follow cheamo. Follow zerorush. They're putting on a great show for us. While you're at it, follow Koi.
I'm not sure cheamo has a magic refill, does he?
I don't think so. Follow Sammy Mouse as well.
Ow. Okay, well that was a that was a disaster of a cycle right there.
That was a little bit spicy.
He got hit once and did no damage. Oof. Okay, we're on to phase 3. Here we go. Got lucky with the first warp there.
As it's called, we're doing the 52 spin pickup.
Is that how many spins it is?
I believe so. 52 total.
That's a lot.
Indeed. I think it's 24 alone for the final phase.
The arrows were in Desert Palace, locked behind the boots. Okay. So where were the boots gated?
That's where the boots are.
Now you can get the triple spins with lamp here, but it's dependent on Ganon's positioning. Like you can't do it from any position like you can with the fire rod. Cheamo's not even attempting though. He's just going for these free doubles.
And the other issue is that unlike using a fire rod, using a lamp means you cannot have a charged sword during your lamp use.
Yeah, that's what restricts you. That and the positioning. Like, you know, that warp to the top right, you're never getting a triple with the lamp with that. That's never going to happen.
Nope. Just gotta get that double.
But if he's on, like, the left half of the room, like right there. Oh, you could have done the triple.
I think cheamo was similar to what I would be in that situation, paused with fear, wondering why you're not getting hugged.
There's a triple. Nice one. All right, we got one triple.
Third chest TR, what are we?
There's the blue cane. Not even the answer. He can switch to the fire rod now. Like he's done enough hits.
True.
So with the fire rod, you get 8 shots and a maximum of 3 hits per shot, which totals 24. So like if everything was perfect, all RNG, you got every triple, then you could do it on just the fire rod. So to make it safe with the lamp, you only have to do like a few cycles with the lamp, and then you can safely switch over to fire rod. But either way, GG to cheamo taking game 2.
Get your GGs in chat, everybody, as you're already doing.
We had vanilla music available this whole time.
So cheamo finishes in first place with a time of 1:23:37 on race time. GG.
Who is in charge of the audio?
And it looks like zerorush does immediately throw in the forfeit. Get your GGs in for zerorush as well, chat.
Wow, that whole scene was just a mess.
Just a little bit. As you know, we are joined in the booth by cheamo. GG to you.
GG's, thank you.
So I imagine you and zerorush probably chatted, found out what the differences in your routing were.
He went right and I went left. That's what it sounded like. We didn't talk that much, but
Got you. Yeah, ended up being kind of zerorush being in a great position, but not checking Bombo's tablet after finishing up Swamp Palace.
I mean, that was one time he could have done it, but like he still would have won if he just did Smith sequence after Thieves Town too.
Yeah.
Like you ruined the beginning of the seed, and he ruined the end of the seed. And one of them was worse.
Sure, I could have routed the Light World worse if I had a spoiler in front of me, you know?
Like, that was just, everything went wrong. Every single thing went wrong.
It's like, oh, let's dip Eastern because there's not much left in logic. Oh, here's the bow and arrow. Well. I guess I found Flute, but Flute really wasn't worth anything, I don't think. It probably even cost me time because I went to Desert, which didn't have anything except a key on the torch. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. Like, I probably should have just went to Paradox Cave, but it was like nothing's in logic except for Zora.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like when you go up the mountain,
Pearl, and then you look like, I don't know, smarter maybe.
Now, why didn't you go straight to Eastern though? That was the thing that was confusing me. Did we find all 3 items in Eastern or something?
I could have miscounted, but I think I found all 3. And
okay, all right. Well, that makes sense then.
Also, like, even if I hadn't, I never would have went back till I had boots or I was in go mode, because Eastern sucks. Basically, it's slow.
Well, I mean, just when you're thinking, like, when you're looking for the Moon Pearl, Eastern's not as bad if you can full clear it.
Everything before that, if you've dipped. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm pretty surprised.
The bow's out of logic at that point.
Yeah, I'd sort of, if I remember that. But yeah, I was pretty surprised actually. I didn't want to get into a Jet Seed race against zerorush, and I made a lot of mistakes, and my Light World was bad. So I felt pretty behind. Like,
oh yeah.
As soon as I was in go mode. And then what do? You just clear as fast as you can, skip almost everything that's not on the way. Jet Seed without boots kind of feels bad, I would say. This seed would have been so fun if you started with boots. But
yeah, I mean, I just imagine like if this was a qualifier or something, and you know, Zelga Dasan takes first place with 58 minutes and 47 seconds.
Did Zero find more swords? Because it could have been the left.
Yeah, there was a sword on left side swamp.
The main thing was looking for swords and GT routing and Light World for me, but
yeah, sword left side swamp. We never saw the 4th one, I don't think.
Left side swamp, that hardly even saves time then.
Yeah. And then we never saw boots, but you know, again, it told us the silvers are in desert.
Yeah. That's too bad I didn't steal a key like memers like to do. Could have got that bow. Or silvers or whatever.
Right. no, everything just kind of went really terribly for you in the beginning, and then you just immediately found all the progression. But you don't feel good about it because it was all on the way.
Well, I also didn't play well. Like I died in TR because magic. Well, I was out of magic and knew it, and I was trying to like get as many hits as I could.
Yeah.
But I forgot the big key, and then I went back for it, and I realized that I should have exited first and then gone back for it so I could mirror back. That was dumb. And then yeah, I was behind, so sort of meme routed GT like
The Dark Magician.
Dark Magician straight right through tile room, just for fun.
Yeah, which
And
ends
of
up being the
course-
worst possible route.
Of course, this is the time it's in random. Any other place, it's not that bad, but yeah, I don't know. I was happy to get the win, especially after the crash yesterday, and tie this up and go into game 3.
Yeah, I wish we had Zero Rush here because I didn't understand why he was doing what he was doing. Like after Swamp, he goes east, right, and does Ice Palace and Full Clears Crystal, and does like flipper checks on the way, but doesn't have the money for Zora, and that all makes sense. But then after that, then he went to Agina's cave and to Zora, and I'm like, the only thing you're gonna find there is Lamp or Flute. Lamp, which we don't need if you just find a fire rod somewhere. It's not like you're about to go somewhere that's fire locked. And Flute, which only gives you access to 2 pendants, which aren't that big a deal either. So like I couldn't understand why he was looking for that progression he skipped rather than just continuing on to Crystal Dungeons.
Well,
But-
Flute opens up my area, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a
I
few
mean,
convenient
in theory,
overall
it's pretty
checks.
good. There was nothing there, but and it's good to have a fire source because who knows, maybe your fire rod's locked behind Lamp in Hera or something. Probably
Yeah,
not,
if he was gonna go to Hera, or if like he had Crystal Desert or Pod that he was going to next, that would make more sense to go look for it. But like his next play was always going to be Thieves Town, right? It didn't matter if he found the Lamp or the Flute. His next play is always Thieves Town.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
I wish
so.
he was here to tell me what he was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, there's progression, right? It's definitely something that the game thinks I need. Like, why do you want to keep skipping it? Maybe it's the boots leading to the Flute, right?
Yeah. Both tablets are such bad checks if you've like been by or you skipped them or something. You should always do tablet out of Swamp, I think. It's just like
Yeah. I mean,
Otherwise,
he could have done the tablet right then. But then he
guess-
also could have done it on the way to Agina's cave.
you could, but that's quite a bit slower to Gia's cave, but I guess you get another check.
I mean,
And
walking to Agina's
probably-
cave is slow already.
if you skipped it out of Swamp, you're planning to do it with Purple Chest. And Purple
Right,
Chest,
which he intentionally skipped as well.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those decisions. Checking the tablet is kind of awkward. So
Like,
once you skip it, you probably should put it off for a while or something.
Yeah, like coming out of Thieves Town, Zero Rush did hammerless pegs, or sorry, bootsless hammer pegs, and then he
God.
did Dig Game Stumpy K45, and intentionally didn't pick up the Smith at all. So like he was trying real hard to skip doing the Smiths, and if you skip in the Smiths, you're skipping the Purple Chest, and if you're skipping Purple Chest, you're skipping Bombo's Tablet, and so that felt like the 3rd time that he intentionally didn't choose to do Bombo's Tablet, and that was the end. Like you don't skip it 3 times and then go back, right? And now you're full clearing the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunate.
Can I just say I'm so glad that we've got a good tournament starting soon where we start with boots and play normal modes. One normal mode, I guess. Finishing without boots just is like, why did I even play?
I wonder where they ended up. They were not in the 4th chest on Turtle Rock or Mimic Cave.
I don't know, because I didn't check like half the things in the game.
Well, we saw almost everything else from Zero Rush. Like it wasn't in Pod, it wasn't in Mire, it wasn't in Turtle Rock. So like all we had left was like Spike Cave, I guess. Pyramid Fairy. Oh, Catfish, I guess we haven't seen that.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of places I was never gonna go.
Definitely not. All right, well, that's it for game 2. Cheamo takes it over Zero Rush, forcing a game 3. Do you know when that's going to
Yeah.
happen?
It's not scheduled yet, but noon on Sunday is the time.
Good luck to both you and Zero Rush on that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So everybody, we've still got a little more racing going on. We have Walkix and Andy going on SpeedGaming 3 right now. And I think that about rounds out our night. Yeah, looks like the next race will be tomorrow at noon, about 12:10 Pacific, 3:10 Eastern. SpeedGaming, Obscure Lifeform versus Humbug.
I think it's specific.
I think it's about noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, something like that. Yeah. Then it looks like 10:10 on Sunday, 10:10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. They're doing game 2. So we got more races coming up this weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us, Coy. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody, thank you for your patience the first 15 minutes while we're getting some tech issues figured out as well.
Internet is hard.
But otherwise, follow the 2 runners. Thank you so much to Sammy Mouse as well for tracking for us today. Did a fantastic job. Otherwise, go to SpeedGaming 3. Watch Andy versus Walkix right now. Game 2. Looks like it's a boss and a miser, so that'll be fun. That's about it from me. Thank you very much again, Coy. I will let you have the last word. Thank you, Chad. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Happy randoing.